Imagine an animal that can outrun a racehorse, kill a full-grown man with a single kick, carry its baby in a pocket of skin, and pause its own pregnancy whenever it feels like it. This isn't science fiction. This is the kangaroo, and everything you think you know about this cute Australian icon is about to be turned upside down. Before we hop into this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because what you're about to see will change the way you look at Australia's most famous animal forever. Let's start with the fact that shocks people the most. Kangaroos fight like professional boxers, and they're terrifyingly good at it. Male kangaroos, called boomers, settle disputes over mates and territory with brutal one-on-one combat. They stand tall on their tails, using it like a third leg, and unleash devastating punches with their front paws. But the real weapon isn't the punch. It's the kick. A kangaroo's hind legs can deliver a force powerful enough to disembowel a predator. There are documented cases of kangaroos killing dogs with a single strike, and rangers in Australia have reported injuries to humans that required emergency surgery. In 2022, a kangaroo attack on a man in Victoria made international headlines after the animal pinned him down and clawed him repeatedly. He survived only because his dog intervened. Here's the part that will really surprise you. Kangaroos have sharp claws on their hind feet specifically for this purpose. When they kick, they're not just pushing you away. They're trying to disembowel you, exactly the way they would a dingo in the wild. Now let's talk about the pouch, because what actually happens inside it is far stranger than most people realize. A baby kangaroo, called a joey, is born after just 30 to 36 days of pregnancy. At birth, it's blind, hairless, and roughly the size of a lima bean, weighing less than a gram. This tiny, underdeveloped creature then performs one of the most incredible feats in the animal kingdom. Using only its front limbs, which are the only body parts developed enough to function, the newborn joey climbs, unassisted, through its mother's fur, all the way from the birth canal into the pouch. This journey takes about 3 minutes. There is no help from the mother. If the joey falls, it dies. It simply has to make it on its own, right after being born. Once inside the pouch, it locks onto a teat that swells in its mouth, keeping it attached for weeks as it continues developing, essentially finishing its gestation outside the womb. Here's where things get even stranger. Female kangaroos have a reproductive trick that sounds almost impossible. They can pause a pregnancy indefinitely. It's called embryonic diapause. If a mother kangaroo is still nursing a joey in her pouch, or if conditions like drought make survival difficult, she can freeze a fertilized embryo in a state of suspended development. It simply stops growing, for months, sometimes over a year, until conditions improve or the pouch becomes free. Then, almost like flipping a switch, the embryo resumes developing. This means a single female kangaroo can simultaneously have 3 joeys at 3 completely different life stages. One embryo paused in her uterus, one tiny joey attached to a teat inside her pouch, and one older joey hopping around outside, still returning to drink milk. Incredibly, she produces different types of milk with different nutritional content from different teats at the same time, custom-made for each joey's stage of development. Red kangaroos, the largest of all marsupials, can reach speeds of over 70 kilometers per hour, and they can maintain a cruising hop of around 40 kilometers per hour for nearly 2 kilometers without tiring. That's faster than most racehorses can sustain over the same distance. The secret is in their tendons. A kangaroo's hop works almost like a giant spring. Their Achilles tendons store and release elastic energy with every bounce, meaning the faster they go, the less additional energy they actually need to use. It's one of the most efficient forms of movement in the entire animal kingdom, more efficient, pound for pound, than a running dog or horse. Their tail isn't just for balance either. When moving slowly, kangaroos use their tail as a fifth limb, planting it on the ground to support their body weight while they swing their hind legs forward, a movement scientists call pentapedal locomotion. Kangaroos live in one of the harshest environments on Earth, and their bodies have adapted in astonishing ways. In extreme heat, kangaroos lick their forearms. This isn't grooming, it's evaporative cooling. Blood vessels sit close to the skin's surface there, and as the saliva evaporates, it cools the blood before it circulates back through the body, acting like a built-in air conditioner. During severe drought, kangaroos can also delay births entirely and reduce their metabolic activity, essentially riding out disaster in survival mode until rain returns and the landscape turns green again. Modern kangaroos might already seem larger than life, but they're dwarfed by their ancient ancestors. Fossil evidence shows that a species called Procoptodon goliath once roamed Australia, standing over 2 meters tall and weighing up to 240 kilograms. Unlike today's kangaroos, this giant had a short, flat face, forward-facing eyes for depth perception, and a single large hoof-like claw on each foot instead of multiple toes. These massive kangaroos went extinct around 15,000 years ago, and scientists still debate whether climate change, human hunting, or a combination of both drove them to extinction, a warning echo of what's happening to their smaller relatives today. Despite being a national symbol, kangaroos face a controversial and often brutal reality in modern Australia. Millions are culled every year through government-sanctioned programs, officially to manage population numbers and protect agricultural land. Critics argue the numbers are inflated, the methods are inhumane, and the joeys of culled mothers are frequently left orphaned or killed alongside them. At the same time, habitat destruction, prolonged droughts intensified by climate change, and deadly vehicle collisions are pushing populations in certain regions towards serious decline. It's a strange contradiction, an animal so iconic it appears on the national coat of arms, yet so misunderstood that its suffering rarely makes headlines. The kangaroo is not just a bouncing symbol on a tourist t-shirt. It's a fighter capable of felling a grown man, a mother capable of pausing life itself, and a survivor engineered by evolution to outlast one of the most punishing environments on the planet. Understanding the real kangaroo means respecting it, not as a cartoon, but as one of nature's most extraordinary success stories. If this documentary shocked you, opened your eyes, or made you see kangaroos differently, smash that like button, subscribe for more untold animal stories, and let us know in the comments which animal we should uncover next.